In the movie, the streets as public spaces reflect the influence of the prevailing regimes. In the beginning, people come together to celebrate Socialist Party in the streets. The movie starts by showing socialist principles, the military and the rigidness of the system. The people are not allowed to protest the regime. The film centers around Alex, who has westernized values and seeks the fall of socialism. People come together in the streets to protest the regime. Christiane is a follower of Socialist Party, and when she sees Alex being arrested in the protest, she suffers heart attack and falls into coma. The Berlin Wall separates the German Democratic Republic in the east from the Federal Republic of Germany in the west. With the demolition of the Berlin Wall, the transition to capitalist regime begins in the East Germany. People start to celebrate the new system again in the street. In the movie, we as spectators understand the changes in the transition period of communism to Western capitalism through the political and social actions taken by people in the streets. During German Democratic Republic, celebration ceremonies of Socialist Party is seen on the streets. People come together for this political celebration. In the East, German Democratic Republic asserted the rigorous and powerful control on the city and on the citizens through communism. People were forced to live in a harsh and restricted manner and were not allowed to protest the regime. Protesters faced strict police intervention. People faced difficulties in crossing borders. The collapse of socialism begins with the fall of Berlin Wall. The movie shows society's significant transformation and how the reunification can influence the people's lives. The demolition of the wall means opening the borders between East and West Germany, so it is celebrated with enthusiasm by the German. With the effect of capitalism, crossing the borders becomes comfortable and more Westerners are seen in the streets. Celebrations for the new system are made again in the street with cars, flags, and also with fireworks at night. The streets become more dynamic, reflecting diversity, full of stimuli and color. The dull atmosphere of the socialist regime has changed. The new marketing structure dominates the economy of East Germany. They were overwhelmed by the intensity of consumer products, popular culture icons, and institutions. Their identity was torn between the socialist East and the capitalist West. During the socialist regime, there were only a few products with monotonous packaging. With capitalism, product variety increased and attracted more attention. Also, flea markets were set in open spaces. One day, Christiane comes out from that tiny fictional world, sees a changed world herself. She learns that the streets are flooded with Westerners and is confused by all the advertisements and billboards. The moment where Christiane sees a detached statue of Lenin represents the end of communism in the East Germany. During the communist regime, the products, goods, and the furnishings were dull and monotonous. After reunification with the arrival of capitalism, people want to get rid of these goods, leave them to streets, and replace them with the new ones. Again, the streets reflect all the social changes. Alex hides the fall of the GDR from his mother and maintains the delusion that things are pretty normal in the German Democratic Republic. He tries to create the GDR again for her in their apartment by decorating the flat in its previous decor, replacing old clothes and feeding his mother in old label jars as earlier. The new marketing strategies affected the public spaces. The advertisements and the billboards covered the walls on the street. Once Berlin came together, Ariane quits school and starts working at Burger King. This moment in the movie also has great importance because in the East, everybody had to have a degree. But in the West, this wasn't the case. Not all people desire to be in highly educated job or life. So Alex wants to be an astronaut when he was a child. He becomes a seller of satellites after the capitalist system. The social life has changed. We see the expression of suppressed liberalism affecting social life. Nightclubs appear as entertainment spaces for young people. In these places, porn and freedom stands out and attracts young people. The movie shows the intricacy in the life and freedom, temptation of westernization, and the impact of change. Berlin once again becomes an international city after Western and Eastern Germans tear down the wall, making the city a whole. The movie portrays the East assimilation into the Western culture, resulting in the dissolved identity of the East Germans.